Police are starting to see a dangerous social media trend here in the Valley.
In the past few weeks, they're tracking a handful of cases where teens are setting up meets with potential child predators and then posting those encounters online. There was a show 20 years ago called To Catch a Predator, and Sarah Robinson here now. Police stressing the dangers of any civilians trying to take matters into their own hands.
Exactly. And Scottsdale police telling me today that the department really wants parents to talk to their kids about this dangerous social media trend and help put an end to it. Luring a potential child predator is extremely dangerous and could turn violent in an instant. An expert I spoke with says in some cases it can also end in charges against the teenagers.
Number one, somebody can get seriously hurt or even killed in these types of situations.
There's been a recent rise in a social media trend where teens are creating their own version of the To Catch a Predator series, trying to lure would-be child predators to meetups with the intent of exposing them online. Sergeant Allison Sempsis with the Scottsdale Police Department has a warning for families in the Valley.
Please do not do this. Stop if you're doing it. Check and see if your children are doing it.
Sempsis says law enforcement agencies have their own detectives committed to finding child predators, and their officers are highly trained. She says without that expertise, these incidents likely won't end well and could even end with teens involved behind bars.
Also, we don't want anybody to get arrested if they are to do something like criminal damage or assault where there's not probable cause to arrest the actual alleged child predator, but arrest the people involved in luring these people in.
Sempsis says there have been 2 cases in Scottsdale in the past few weeks. In the first one,
as the alleged suspect pulled into the parking lot, he sees that he is surrounded by cars full of teenagers. The male backed out, and one of the teenagers threw a rock through his back window, breaking it, and then he took off.
In the second case, after teens confronted a would-be predator in person, they demanded money or said they would report him to police.
That is extortion, and it is a felony offense in Arizona.
Russ Richelsoff, a criminal defense attorney not affiliated with these cases, says even if teens did successfully expose a would-be predator, attorneys would have a tough time prosecuting that person due to something called entrapment.
When the police conduct these sting operations, they have to be very careful to not engage in something called entrapment. Entrapment is a situation where the police plant an idea into the mind of an otherwise innocent person and kind of convince them to commit the crime.
Both of these cases in Scottsdale are still under investigation, and so far no arrests have been made in either case. Still, Sempsis says it's a good idea to explain to your teen why this social media trend is a bad idea. Of course, when we have any updates in these cases, we'll be sure to let you know. I'm Sarah Robinson reporting live in the newsroom.
Thank you, Sarah.